Adin Ross managed to convince hundreds of thousands of people that he was going to have the leader of North Korea on his Kick stream. Yeah, that's right. So many people believed him that not only did he manage to break records, he literally broke the Kick website. Now, it might be unsurprising, but the leader of the hostile foreign nation did not actually appear on Adin's Kick stream. Instead, Adin had a dude who works as an impersonator come on. So today, let's take a look at what happened and why people would even believe him for a second. Now, Adin Ross is a really popular streamer on Kick. He's part of the sort of pseudo right-wing red pill crowd. You know, people like Andrew Tate. He's actually kind of ridden Tate's coattails to get to his current level of success, and I don't think it would be incorrect to say that he's the biggest streamer on Kick. Certainly when Kick first launched, Adin Ross was one of the first big names to move over to it, since he liked their attitude towards rules. Basically, where live streaming sites like Twitch have very restrictive and honestly almost oppressive rules on what can be said and done on a stream, Kick takes the opposite approach. Basically anything goes. Adin was such a big part of the site in its early days that people still think of him as the face of Kick, despite the fact that I think that Kick has been quietly distancing themselves from him, on top of telling him to tune down his more ridiculous antics, given Adin has done some things that were controversial to say the least. But why Kim Jong Un? Honestly, why not? The idea of having the leader of North Korea on is provocative, dangerous, and honestly just some perfect clickbait, given Adin's audience is young kids who probably don't know much about the Hermit Kingdom and who basically worship the ground Adin walks on. I guess it might be understandable why some of his younger audience would believe it. I mean, Adin does talk with Andrew Tate a lot, and to Adin's audience, Tate is probably more famous than Kim Jong Un. But for anyone over the age of 14, I think it was pretty obvious that this was going to turn out to be a stunt. And yet, I know of at least a couple adults I've met that were seriously wondering if it was going to be the real Kim Jong Un or not. I mean, you can make an argument that it's possible. Kim Jong Un is known to be fond of American celebrities. For instance, one of the great American diplomacy efforts of recent years involved sending over Dennis Rodman, a basketball player that Kim Jong Un likes, and having them get to know each other. I suppose Dennis Rodman would look like Kissinger compared to Adin Ross's diplomatic skills, though. I suppose one could approach it and say that North Korea was trying to reach the American youth, which is Adin's audience. And let's be honest, you can't watch 5 minutes of an Adin Ross stream and after that still argue that Adin Ross wouldn't be easy for the North Koreans to manipulate. Even if English isn't his first language, I would think that Kim Jong Un would be able to talk circles around Adin. So, like, I guess I could see some adults believing this because, well, if you wanted an easy way to make Americans look stupid, this would have certainly been one way. But I think what really happened was that most people who tuned in probably didn't really believe it would be real, but if by any slim possibility it was real, they didn't want to miss it, so they showed up. When I say they showed up, I mean it. The Kick view count for Adin's stream showed around 400,000 people watching it live, but Eddie, one of the co-owners of Kick, said in an interview that there were so many people that the view counter was broken. He said that the stream got to 700,000 viewers just before the impersonator came on, but then the website crashed from the stream of that many people being on at once, meaning that Adin's plan of the perfect clickbait actually worked. Not only did he break his own concurrent viewer record, he broke the Kick site's record, and he literally broke the site for a couple minutes. So whether the people believed Adin or not doesn't really matter. What does matter is that this made a really bizarre piece of internet history, and I think it's criminal that it's not being talked about more. Also, I genuinely could see someone in North Korea seeing the articles about this and realizing that live streaming would be a good way to improve the nation's image. So I legitimately wouldn't be surprised to see Kim Jong Un or some other representatives for the North Koreans try something like this in the future. Though I doubt they would go with someone like Adin Ross. They might want to look for someone who's, I don't know, a little more respectable. So what do you think? Were you one of the 700,000 viewers? Did you fall for Adin's ruse and think that Kim Jong Un was actually going to show up in the flesh? Let me know in the comments. It really helps the video out. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Have a great day and God bless you.